Boom. Oh, yeah. Look at that. You're like a little ghost or something. Like. Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Life and Suffering of Sir Brant, episode 43. Last time we began the revolt, or I guess the revolt is still in the process of beginning. Yeah. We haven't really made any life-changing decisions yet, except to... What did we do last time?
We made a decision to
like, have our little group of...
The revolt start.
Well...
basically, just, like... tell a bunch of commoners to... Or we're yelling at, like, the soldiers who haven't decided to go against their leader, their general or
we're,
whatever.
like, trying to convince them, I think. To be like, hey, come on, follow me and you know, don't kill me and stuff. So, we're telling our troop to kill this guy who is being kind of a... Well, he was trying to kill us, so we're saying, no, kill him instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think... Okay, if you were there, would you think you're with part of the commoners or the nobles or the soldiers trying to becoming nobles?
I like...
Which side would you think you'd be on? Like, in a different side, trying to figure out which side to trust?
I don't know. I mean... Wait, is this one of those things where, like, I'm just plopped into this time period, like, right now, at this moment, or have I lived here for a long time?
If you lived there, do you think you would be, like, always on the noble side going, no, commoners suck, or always on the commoner side, they just trying to... Basically, are you on the revolt side or the noble side, or are you somewhere in between where you're just trying to make your way through it?
I think that, well... it highly depends on it more depends on, like, okay, are we talking about me literally just transporting there right this second in this moment
and then you get to
and having to decide? Because if that was...
How about both?
Because if I was doing that, I'd choose the commoner side, because the nobles aren't going to recognize me as a noble.
Yeah.
So why would I go and defend them? So whereas the commoners are just getting, like...
If you lived there your entire life, like, and you still had the thoughts of what you have right now.
Yeah.
And what would you, like, what would you more be inclined to do? Would you try and be with the nobles at the beginning and then end up having to decide whatever? I feel like
this question is just like, hey John, if you played Brant by yourself, what decision would you make?
I guess
that's kind of the...
But essentially, like, do you think... Okay, if you started out this whole game and you didn't have all these decisions, and you decided, like, from the beginning what you wanted to decide because technically when we started, we were just saying, hey, Brant, do this. And then that's pretty much what we're doing. And then he decides what to do after that.
Yeah.
In between those decisions. But if you were, like, completely separate from somebody else telling you should do this.
Yeah. What decision
and you
would
had
I make?
Complete autonomy throughout all these decisions. Which direction do you think you'd end up?
Honestly, I'd probably still go commoner or something. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'd like the politics of being a noble, and I'd be too worried about getting killed by an Arcnean. Even though we get, like, 3 lives or 4 lives or whatever, I'd still be like, I just want to live a chill life, be a commoner. Sure, I'm poor, but, like, whatever. What about you?
I would probably end up doing something to do, like, creating or inventing or like scientifically creating things.
Yeah.
To end up, like, influencing everything.
So,
just not noble and not commoner. Somewhere in the middle where I can just, like, I am now the leader by blowing up a city with a nuclear bomb.
Oh my god. I love it. It's like, hey, out of these 3 options, which one would you choose? It's like, okay, I'd pick this one. What about you, Brent? Oh, I wouldn't pick any of those options. I'd do my own thing.
I said that you can do anything you want. It's like, it's like if you had the decision that you have now and you were plopped into this thing, and you knew it was heading in this direction, what would you try and do? And I would try and use as much science and engineering as I knew to achieve that goal. But I would never get to it because I'm not smart enough to create those things.
Right.
But I can figure out enough to, like, make a more efficient gun
Yeah.
than a whatever that they have.
I don't know. I would just start like a weed farm or something and just
Create a minigun and then just destroy.
yeah. No, you know what? I'd look for the legendary sword Excalibur, and then I would go up to, I don't know, the overseer and be like, suck on this, and then he could deep throat my sword. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Brent, I believe you are reading.
A legionnaire's sword pierces the old nobleman's chest. He collapses to the ground with a heavy thud, like a sack of old clothes. Slowly, his body dissolves into shimmering ash. The old officer still had lives to spare. But by the time he returns to the living, history will have been written without him. All bloodied.
All bloodied and all gross.
The invisible fetters of terror that once bound the legionnaires have been shattered. They make quick work of the remaining officers. After the mutiny, many soldiers throw away their uniforms and flee. But the rest of them line up in front of you. The legionnaires bang their swords against their shield. You command them now. They have only one goal: to put an end to the old regime. Do you have what it takes to realize the hopes and guide them to victory? It is time to find out. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. The sound of the gunfire. It just starts on the first episode with the farmer shooting rabbits. And then the rabbit just stops it because
he's rabbits.
Yeah. The sound of the gunfire fills the city streets once again. The lull has passed.
Wait, can that be my decision? I become a Dragon Ball Z character? I'll just go become Goku or something. Hey, we unlocked the achievement Insurgent. Cool. That's like the second movie of the Divergent series. I think it's Insurgent.
There's Divergent.
And then Insurgent, I think. I know Insurgent's one of them. I'm pretty sure.
I can't think of anything else that goes.
Detergent.
Yeah,
the last one is
the last one's just cleaning up the mess that they created.
Exactly. So this is cool. So victory conditions for a peaceful victory or military victory. Okay, so the only thing we need for our victory that we want, which ends up not really being a victory and more of a massacre, is just the revolt being a 6. Which is more of like a military victory.
Yeah, so we can try for peaceful victory unless we cannot deal with whatever.
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of hate everyone in this game, so if we do end up, we can go for peaceful victory if it's possible.
Yeah.
But if we go for the massacre ending, I would also be down for that.
Yeah.
Not that I want to kill everyone in this game, but I kind of want to kill everyone in this game.
So we know that we ended the game.
So that we can know
at least that much.
Yeah. Right? Like this. Like, oh, I wonder if we would have got a fading light if we didn't have Path of the Nobleman. Oh, probably not. See, they just keep throwing in side stories.
Yeah.
Just throw us up, just to screw us up at everything.
It's still throwing it up.
Yeah, it is throwing up, yes.
The sun rises higher and higher. Your carriage is hurtling down the street, making its way through the crowd with great difficulty. Many barricades have appeared overnight, made of old boards and rotten trash. So there's like tomatoes everywhere.
Rotten tomatoes.
Old dead bodies too. It's like, what?
Actually, I wonder what Rotten Tomatoes rated this game.
You have to reach the prefecture as soon as you can. The gendarmes and judges' reaction to the revolt could be decided at any moment. Any word from Sir Elborn, no, even the slightest sign from him could determine their allegiance. The Silver District is emptied now, populated only by a searing wind sweeping light debris across the cobblestones. You smell smoke. Is it a stroke?
Yeah, that'd be so out of the blue.
A noble house must have been set on fire nearby. You hear hooves clattering in the distance. There's not a soul around. All you can hear
is... Oh god, oh sorry, I pressed it. Oh jeez.
All you can hear is a fountain burbling in a small square, mixed with gentle melodic laughter. You yell for the carriage to stop. Those graceful moments, that clothing so light and airy, that thin, slender figure playing and splashing in the water. It's a nobleman of the Arcadian kind.
It's our girlfriend.
The rays of the sun dance and glitter on its... That's right. I forgot because her eyes are really...
Yeah, dude, it's our anime girlfriend.
That hot, carefree day flashes before your eyes. The sound of the carriage on the cobblestones. The handkerchief dropped on the ground. Does Octavia still remember how you first met? Because isn't that where he...
That's exactly how we...
Yeah.
She ran us over. Man,
the end of our game.
Man, like, I love that we had a thing for being stepped on, like, way back when we were a kid. Specifically by her.
This creature, does it still have anything in common with the prideful Archean lady you met here all those years ago? The creature that was once Octavia is laughing as though she cannot see the ruined streets around her. You come closer. You feel a strange, involuntary sense of calm next to the bizarre creature. There can be no hatred in her presence, no pain, no suffering. She raises her large, pitch-black eyes to you. Her voice rings with genuine elation.
Do you see it all crumbling now? It's the old world dying, collapsing under its own weight. Do not fear it, it's not a bad thing. This is how it has to be. You live in the dream of the one called Octavia Milicunis, human who bears the name of Brante. This dream will end soon, and then it will be all gone. Your empire, your estates, your lots, your shining pillar.
Your family.
Your family's already gone, so, you kind of screwed that up back in chapter 4,
well,
but it's fine.
This will make it permanent.
Yeah. And you, human named Brant, will be gone too, and the great mind of the Latteria will leave this dream and move on, beyond all borders, beyond all limits. What great joy that moment will bring us!
The creature that was once Octavia stretches her thin arms toward the horizon. Like, all I could think of is, like, Mr. Burns when he's getting that radiation treatment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I bring you love. Yep. He's sticking his arms out. Anyways, where smoke already wafts against the backdrop of the sky, the screams of the rioting crowd are drawing closer. This being is not of this world, and it is utterly helpless. So there's a second afterlife with a different being. That means the twins aren't actually gods or not as important as people make them out to be.
Well, yeah, because this is like a secret. Like, nobody knows about this, right?
So that means the twins are not the...
all-powerful, like, only gods of the world.
They're the ones who just kind of took, I don't know, center spotlight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Into all of this.
Yeah, they had a stand-up routine that was just so killer, and they were like, all right, you guys clearly won this talent contest. You can choose which god you want to be.
Yeah, I'm the only one who exists in the middle of this. Yeah. There's no one else.
Yep.
The screams of the riding crowds draw closer. This being is not of this world and is utterly helpless. I can't remember where I was reading from, but I think it was a little further on, especially here in Anazat, in the middle of the rebellion. The fate of the woman you know was Octavia Milicunis is in your hands now.
Well, we have to part ways with her. We cannot do anything else, but let's see what we could have done. We could have handed her over to the Inquisition. No.
No spiritual bond.
Yeah.
And not a rebel.
Yeah. We wouldn't have been able to do that either, right? Get her out of the city. If Dorius Otton was a -4, wow, we needed to have him hate us so much that we could get her out.
We needed to be at 2, but we're at 4, -4.
Oh no, sorry, Dorius Otton, we had to be 0. If you look at relations.
That's
our consequences. That's our.
It has to be higher than 0. Okay.
It has to be higher than 0. Okay, I thought he was saying we had to have a -4 with Dorius Otton. I was like, what?
You read it wrong, then I read it completely different wrong.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Dorius Otton kind of sucks, so whatever. Share a final moment with her before she leaves this world. Our theology had to be 14, and we had to go through the Latteria ritual.
Did none.
Didn't do that, so we, I mean, it still works out for her.
Yeah.
She escapes the world, so that's good, I guess. She doesn't have to deal with our
we didn't like
shitty
her enough
system.
to do anything with her.
Yeah. She's our girlfriend, but only in the sense that she's our girlfriend and who goes away for a long period of time.
Who is a morphed version of the girlfriend.
Yeah, it's like a weird, like, your girlfriend died, but like a ghost haunted her body. And then you're kind of like, well, you're still my girlfriend, but you're also not my... Anyway, this is getting to weird necrophilia kind of...
All I can see is, like,
her pack.
Is she nude?
I thought this was like the start of like a 6-pack or something, like down here. I realized that's her hand or something, but yeah. Anyway, her large pitch black eyes are watching you, but you remain silent. Whatever connection you had to Octavia Mila Kunis, it is gone now. The fate of this bizarre creature is none of your concern. She can follow her inscrutable path on her own. The creature that was once Octavia hangs her head in sorrow.
The saddest thing about the death of this world human named Brant is that you are so tightly bound to it. You will burn along with it. We will mourn you as you fade away.
No.
Goodbye forever.
If once we die, we go to where the twins are. So technically we wouldn't. Our body would, but not the soul. Because that's where everyone goes with it. Unless you're saying that the twins world is attached to the Earth world.
It's
a weird
maybe she
of...
doesn't know. Maybe this like weird whatever the Latari thingy that's in her. Maybe she doesn't know about the twins and stuff. So she's like, oh yeah, you guys don't have a god, so you guys are just gonna die and burn. Just like how nobody else knows that she has a god, or the Latari is like a god or something.
Yeah. Okay.
The thin, slender, ethereal figure hops from the ledge or the edge of the fountain and onto the cobblestones. She turns her back to you and walks away down an empty street. The eerie calm she emanated remains with you for a while, but soon dissipates. Only the acrid smell of smoke remains, and then you have a stroke, and then you get a true death.
You know what the Latari and the twins like kind of make me think of?
What?
Like the twins make me think of like that. It's a reincarnation thing where you are a person who dies, comes back, come back, whatever, and you get like 4 chances to do it right, and then you forget everything and then go back again. That's what I get the impression of for the twins. But for Latari, it's like the same people with the same memories coming back into a body and then leaving it and coming back. So one either forgets all their previous history, which would make it easier to control a person if they don't know their past, right?
Right.
And then the other one is like less caring about how everything ends up because they know they can come back from a death.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's what it seems like. These two gods use the souls differently.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's what I was thinking about all this. Why that Latari knows everything when she just got reborn into somebody else's body.
Yeah.
But.
Huh.
Yeah, but our character just kind of like has 4 chances to do something and then just forgets everything.
Yeah, pretty much, right? You know, I'd be interested to do another Let's Play of this, or not a Let's Play, but go through the game again.
Yeah.
Right? But then try and become a Latari, because I think if we do the Latari ritual, we could leave the world with her, and that would be our ending. I think that would be really cool. Anyway, Sir Elborn's choice, finally. It is noon. A large crowd has gathered in the prefecture square. The gendarmes form a line in front of the stairs, clutching their cudgels nervously. The commoners keep coming. The mob keeps growing. They call out to the windows of the prefecture. Their screams are deafening. Elborn sides with the people. Gendarmes, charges, join us. The people need you. It's now or never. 3 very distinct people.
It's like the people call out to the windows, and all I could think of is the Windows startup sound.
Windows startup sound. Man, it's frozen. Can somebody reboot this window? Jesus. The rebelling citizens demand that the prefect take a side. This decision must not be made without you, because you're the main character, and you have to have a say in what Sir Elborn is deciding. You have to get inside. You push your way through the dense crowd until you reach the gendarmes. I like it's a normal-sized crowd, but everyone's just really dense. Everyone just is really stupid.
Oh, Sir Brant, I thought you'd been captured. Men, let the judge through.
It's Littlefinger.
Yeah, it is. I'm not going to speak like Littlefinger because I don't know. He's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Tell the judges to make up their minds. The people haven't attacked us yet, but you never know.
The main hall of the prefecture is stuffy and crowded. The din of voices is as loud here as outside. Almost every judge in the province is here now, save for those who stayed home or fled the city in advance.
The din of voices. So where's
the Lanero or the
Farrar and
Lanero, isn't it?
Lanero is technically the Breath of the Wild version of it. It's Nehru. Nehru. Yeah, Nehru. Something like that.
Anyway, most of them demand the prefect disperse the crowd. Augustin L. Bourne is now on the podium in the courtroom, looming above the indignant judges.
No. I will not stick the gendarmes on this. I can't remember it. It's Vegeta, right?
Yeah, Vegeta.
I tried to remember. I tried to use. I watched some like Dragon Ball, and just to make sure I was doing Vegeta's voice right. It changes many times. So I don't know which Vegeta I was thinking of every time because it changes depending on the day.
I have no idea.
It's interesting. No, I will not sick the gendarmes on this people. It is a prefecture's duty to listen to the emperor's subjects, not force them to be silent. If we disperse this crowd, it will only fan the flames.
It'll only fan the flames.
I like that. Oh, we go back to one page. It says, I read it in Vegeta's where he's like, it is a prefecture's duty to listen to the emperor's subjects, but Vegeta is like a tyrant. If he were a king or the leader, he would just like he would force them to be. Anyways.
And one of the overseer's orders, Sir Prefect, we have to quash the revolt. We still can. Tell the gendarmes to do their duty and protect the city of these riots. Or do you want the so-called People's Court to hang us all? Have you forgotten about the last straw and that freak Sophia? They're executing people left and right as though they're wielding the divine law. Do you really think you'll be spared?
The judges applaud. Fucking grab it. I love that name. Even those who believe to be the prefect's most ardent supporters.
This unrest needs to be quelled with words, not clubs. If we turn this demonstration into a bloodbath, there will be no stopping the carnage.
I feel bad because that's exactly the ending we're trying to get. is the murder of everyone. Oh, man.
Oh, we have 3?
We do. Alborn tries to respond, but the cries of outrage drown out his words. The prefect frowns in consternation. The wrinkles on his forehead grow deeper. He casts another glance around the courtroom and notices you standing in the doorway. All right, Brent, 3 out of 4 choices unlocked.
The condemned one. I want to see it.
Before I do that, I'm amazed that we have more than 2 options to pick. I feel like every choice we've had for the past, 4 hours of gameplay have been, 1 choice.
Yeah.
Or, 2 choices at most. Condemn Elborn. We cannot do that because we are not a rebel. Or, no, we are a rebel.
It says we cannot be a rebel, so we're not a rebel.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So we cannot be a rebel.
And we cannot be branded by dishonor.
Yeah.
So we are dishonored.
We're dishonored and we are rebellious, I guess. Anyway, our diplomacy is only 15 anyway, so we would not be able to do that. It is the duty of every judge to follow the overseer's orders and suppress a revolt by any means necessary. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We could support Elborn's plan. The nobles just have to be a 1, which is good. Our reputation. I'm glad it says one of these must be true.
Our nobles go down though.
Yeah, that is true.
And revolt too.
Oh yeah. And the common folk go up. I don't know. Convince Elborn to side with the rebellion. Ooh.
Wow, that's the biggest change.
Valor 18.
Nice.
That feels like the biggest, yes. Oh, that's awesome.
Reason to do it.
Yeah, the rebel goes up.
Oh, but nobles are fine.
The revolt goes up. The troops go up. The common folk go up. The nobles go down. Whatever, that's fine.
I think that one's probably the better decision.
Yeah, or if we await Elborn's decision, the revolt goes up by itself, but willpower goes up.
Yeah.
But I just feel like because we got an 18 on this, I feel like we need to do this.
It's like we're gonna make everything count.
Yeah.
That we got. Might as well use the valor.
Yeah, exactly, right? I love this because like I said earlier, we had that decision to either become the noble and stay the judge and do all that, or we could become a rebel. And we just wanted to do the judge just because it's oh, whatever, let's go down the judge route.
Yeah.
But now we end up getting to be a rebel too. It's fantastic. Okay, Brent, is that the one we want to do?
Yes.
All right, we're doing it. And Augustin Elborn becomes a rebel. I love it. That's fantastic.
You start elbowing through the agitated crowd of judges to make your way up to the podium. You stand to Elborn's right. He acknowledges you with a friendly nod. Let Judge Brante speak. You address the judges.
I hate that they don't put quotation marks around what you're supposed to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, because I think this next sentence is supposed to be you saying stuff, but I don't know if it is.
Yeah. It is the prefecture's duty to mete out justice. The common people of Anazot have rebelled not only because they are disobedient, but because they are the judges' hypocrisy and the nobles' tyranny. Because the law has been flouted at every turn. Okay, I think that he was supposed to be reading that.
I have no idea.
Anyways, that is why he's reading this too. That is why all of us, the judges, the gendarmes, and the prefecture must demand true justice from the imperial regime. We must join the people and fight for it. You turn to Elborn. It is time for the highest judge of Magra to proclaim that the prefecture has sided with the revolt. Elborn is stunned. The judges watch the podium with sheer terror in their eyes.
Traitors to arms!
Where are the legs?
Yeah. Leave your legs at home. We only want arms here.
A dozen judges unsheathe their swords and rush to the podium, with Fakagraben in the lead. I read that as like a
like a race car. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say
I was in the lead, and,
like a Mario Kart. It's like with Fakagraben in the lead.
Yeah.
You barely managed to draw your blade in time to deflect the furious blows. Brante, move back to the wall. Elborn draws a sword and comes to your aid. He clearly struggles to wield his blade, but together the two of you manage to fend off your attackers.
Sir Prefect, hold on, we're coming.
Say, a club?
That is...
Club. He's going clubbing.
Dude, he's going clubbing, man.
The gendarme captain runs into his courtroom, followed by his subordinates. The defiant judge, greatly outnumbered, have no choice but to lower their weapons. They glare at you, and Elborn, their eyes brimming with hatred. There are so many of them, so many judges who will never forgive your betrayal.
It's okay. I mean, what they expect? Our career is 0. Like, why are we going to side with them when, the thing is we defend the judges, and then they'd be like, oh, by the way, your career sucks, so bye, you can't be a judge anymore. You've betrayed the Empire today, Prefect. You've betrayed your own estate and your very honor, and it's all thanks to the upstart brat. You'll pay for this. Carlo Fogengraben cannot get a hold of his accent. He's very panicked right now, so he's doing the same thing that, what's-his-face was doing, or Tomas was doing. He's
hiding his accent over and over just because he thinks he's being followed.
Yeah, right? He's like, oh, I wonder if I switch my accent, they won't know who I am.
Elborn turns his back on the captive judges and begins giving orders to the gendarmes. Jail anyone who drew a sword on me and Sir Brante. As for the rest of the judges, you are still my subordinates. You may either follow my orders or join the Sir Fakagraben in the dungeon. You'll still live though, apparently.
Yeah.
Because that's how you... Cause they want. I guess he's not the one who wants the bloodbath. Only us.
Yeah, I mean, they don't know that we want the bloodbath, but we're gonna
slowly ease them into it.
How do you feel about murder? Just murdering everyone. How do you feel about that?
I have a dream to have blood as much as water rushing down these streets. It's like, what?
We can literally change the water supply system into this nice red vibrant liquid, and Elborn's just like, oh, you want wine, you want red wine in our water supply, and you're like, no, not exactly.
It is the blood like a water park.
It's the blood of Christ. Yeah, right. Or
you Elborn and the gendarmes leave the courtroom and walk out to the stairs in front of the building. The judges who have chosen to side with you follow awkwardly. The prefect casts his gaze over the people. That sounded much more worse than I thought I'd.
It's because you stopped right.
I almost said glaze, but I'm like, no, I gotta correct that. Gaze, and that sounded even worse.
That's funny because, like you said, the prefect casts his, and then you paused for a second, and then overemphasized gaze.
Sounded like quotation marks.
So it's like, gaze over the people.
It's like, we gotta fix this place. Gaze.
Jeez.
Over the people gathered before him. The mob has grown to fill this entire square, spilling out onto or into the adjacent streets. People of Anazot, I, Prefect Augustin Elborn, on behalf of all the judges and gendarmes of Anazot, say this. We stand with the revolt. Which is the opposite side Vegeta would stand on.
Yeah, pretty much.
The mob explodes in the deafening cries of elation. The judges are with us. Hooray for Bellborn! Hooray for Brante! We will win our freedom yet.
Phew. Well, at least we avoided a bloodbath. What now, Sir Brante? What are your orders?
I would like 2 Krabby Patties. You are about to respond to the gendarme captain, but they're cut short. You hear hooves clacking toward the square, coming from the Silver District. The people at the edges of the mob begin screaming in terror. Confusion and fear ripple through the crowded square of circles.
The riders are coming! It's Otton and his noble militia! Shoot! We're gonna die!
Nobles have no...
So, nobles don't like us.
Nope.
They're not following us at all. The common folk like us, and the troops like us. And the revolt, I think the revolt likes us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's try and get it to that 10 right there where it's a bloodbath. That's our goal, man. Although we only need a 6 or more to get to this where we are. And we need Sophia leading the rebels, so...
Oh, it's daytime.
It's daytime, it's
We
noon.
only have 2 more choices, apparently, by the looks of it.
Two more, like, big choices.
Yeah.
But they could also throw in more of these, like, side quests
Yeah.
and such, right? So...
The searing sun looms high in the sky above the rebellious city. The square in front of the prefecture is packed with commoners. No nobles, I guess.
Well, yeah, because they don't follow us anymore, I guess.
Yeah. Just a moment ago, they boldly demanded that the judges and gendarmes side with the rebellion. But now they are terrified. They fear the noble army that is coming for them. Their calls for rebellion are gone, replaced by frightened screams. And everybody's in a scream costume.
Yeah. Oh, geez, that'd be terrifying.
Hooves thunder against the cobblestones. The earth quakes beneath their feet. The noble militia, led by Dorius Otton, carves a path through this human sea. Okay, I just thought. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was like that just seemed wrong for a second, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
I just imagine like
I get what they're getting at.
They say the human sea, and then everyone is literally just like a wave, right? Everyone's lying down horizontally, and they're just waving like back and forth.
The terrified rebels scatter as the riders approach. The gendarmes remain where they are, forming the tight circle around the prefecture and Elborn. The prefect calls out to the crowd, his voice hoarse, clacking away. Everyone, stay calm. Let's let them through. Do not draw your weapons. Otton's riders push the mob aside and eventually reach the tall building. The Arcadian commander draws on his reins only when the gendarmes all that separate him from the prefecture stairs.
I feel like it should
That's
be
weird.
are all. Like his reigns only when the gendarmes are all that separate him from that. Yeah,
that sounds more correct there.
Yeah. I can be Dorius Otton if you want.
I don't even remember.
I don't.
Did.
I think
I made it just a regular grumbly one.
We've both voiced this character many different times. So since I think you're probably gonna have to talk as Elborn, I'll do Dorius Otton. Prefect Elborn, how dare you disobey the orders of the province's rightful rulers? You have abused your position to appease the rebels and defy imperial rule. This inconceivable rebellion is your fault. It's time for you to accept your well-earned punishment. In the name of Archduke Milakunis, I hereby order you and your gendarmes to surrender your weapons.
The supreme judge of the prefecture maintains his composure in the face of his recrimination. I only obey the laws of the Empire, Sir Otton, not you or your runaway Archduke. Otton's face contorts into a predatory grin.
Excellent. You've had your chance to save face, old man. Instead of a dignified execution, you and your cronies will hang, like the foul rabble you've betrayed us for.
It looks like you saved your face into a bad, contorted version. Did your mom ever tell you not to do that?
Yeah, right.
Otton lifts his... I can't say that because I keep thinking of Skyward Sword. Otton lifts his sword skyward. See, that
it doesn't right.
feel like it should be flipped around because of the game. Anyways, prepared to order an assault. The riders behind him are about to attack. The gendarmes ready their clubs. Their hands are trembling. They will not stand a chance against the noble cavalry. The mob begins to shift, about to flee in the square. The fate of the moment hangs by a thread.
And we can't do anything.
But don't they have like guns at this point? They could just shoot them.
Yeah,
Since apparently they don't use guns.
What's his face just said? Don't draw your weapons. Our guy, Alborn, who was just like, don't draw your weapons, let him through. Yeah, so unless somebody's just gonna randomly, like, it's not a decision that we have, that somebody else would just randomly shoot the guy.
But again, it's like, why they seem to be scared.
Yeah.
The gendarmes ready their clubs, their hands trembling. Okay.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Anyway, so we have to stay out of it. Power goes down, order goes down, willpower goes up, and Augustin Elborn receives a true death. Oh no!
Oh, he dies now.
I'm sorry, Elborn. Sorry, I can't do anything to help you. We could have done this if we had willpower. Had we made that willpower choice in the last one, we could have saved him. That sucks. Oh man.
That's all we needed.
That's literally all we needed. Oh man. Get Otton's army to abandon him. The nobles need to like us. And we needed more diplomacy. Challenge Otton to a duel? No thanks. Are you kidding me? Ugh. Oh, we would die easily. Overthrow Elborn. Well, why would we overthrow Elborn when, you know, Elborn's our boy. He's our friend. We're not going to overthrow him. Get Otton and Elborn to reconcile? Jeez. We needed a lot for that. We needed a ton for that. But yeah, we're going to stay out of it. And Augustin Elborn's going to receive a true death.
Oh.
Nothing we can do.
Now we have -2 power.
Yeah.
We're going in the wrong direction. We need 3 or 4 to get a peaceful ending.
Yeah, but we already have the stats that we need to make a massacre. So, I mean, it's okay. It's fine. You know what? We'll stay out of it. And next time on this game, we will most likely see the true death of Augustin Elborn. But it's okay, because, I mean, it's not us.
Yeah.
At least we didn't receive the true death. I was worried that staying out of it, he was just going to be like, oh yeah, by the way, you're the judge that was going to send me away. Okay, I'm going to kill you. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Do the things you do for everyone else, but do it for us. Come on, do it. Just hit it. Red button down there. Subscribe. Watch our videos. Watch all of them. Put them on a playlist. Go check out our playlists, actually. Our playlists are, like, very up-to-date. They're very good, so just go into our channel, playlists. Got tons of different series on here. I've even sorted it out for completed series, so the series that we've actually finished, right? Yeah, so go check them out. There's like 12 of them, I think, maybe. 12, 13 of them. Something like that. But anyway, yeah, go check them out. Do it. Peer pressure.
Specifically Bayonetta, because that one was kind of fun.
It was super fun. That was 28 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Oh, man, boy, I am excited to see where this goes.